Alrighty, another weekend. I have new chain guards here. I have an M7 tap. I do have this Volkswagen part number is 06A115130, and this is a chain tensioner. I do have this template right here. I measured it. It is to true form, so I'm gonna try and put this on the engine now, drill one hole, this one for the bolt, and then see where I end up with this tensioner part. I'm not completely sure where this is from, but I've seen people online using like a similar form and then also running into the issue that the tensioner itself, like the spring, doesn't fit, and that's probably because there are multiple parts that are fairly similar to this. So let's try and mask it off and see. Alright, so since I wasn't too sure, and this isn't specifically for an M50, this template doesn't work because it doesn't scale whatsoever, because if I put this corner right here, then it doesn't come out there. So I just had to check for myself. I took the dimensions. I took 14 from like this straight edge, and then 46.5 down. This is where I marked my first spot, and then I just went ahead and measured from the middle of the bolt to that part, which for me with this part number is about like 34. And now I just put on the oil pump, the old chain. So as you can see, this has some slack, and what this is supposed to do is take out the slack. My new chain is probably not going to have this much slack, but the thing is, when the chain stretches, then this happens. And whenever you're in higher RPM and then you start to go on throttle, off throttle, this takes a beating right here, and it could snap this shaft off, is what I think people do this for. So I'm going to check like with this right here. I suppose that it will sit like almost like that, so that's perfect, I guess. I'll commit to this, to the first hole, and then I'll see if my markings for the second one came out good or not. So I'm gonna use the center punch right there with a small ass hammer. That's perfect. And then we wanted 14. That is also nice. I'm going to flip the engine, because if any debris comes out at the back, it just drops down. And I'm also going to put a towel or something in there. Here goes nothing. Okay, that's the first one drilled. I'm like super nervous for this. I don't know if you can tell, but Jesus, I don't want this to be wrong. Now, for tapping it, I'm going to take this out. I do have a new crankshaft bolt. Need to make sure that those keyways stay in there. Now for tapping it, I want it to be as straight as possible. I don't think I drilled completely straight, but it is what it is, I guess. I'm gonna do this by hand at first. And there we go. I think that's the hole fully tapped. So the first hole is done. It wasn't completely straight on my end, so it is kind of drilled like that. It may be a bit downwards, I'm not too sure, but it goes in. I tapped it with the M7 ×1. It is fully true now. It is quite loose. I don't know if that's supposed to be the case, but that's that. And now I need to just check where this second one goes. And then I think I'm going to be using some blue thread locker. I marked it previously. I'm gonna go like 1 mil or so down. that's there. Let's see where that ends up if we try it. I guess it'll be good. Come on, let's do it. So it was 2. I'm gonna try and drill with 2. It was a bit like thicker than 2. I think the drill bit broke. Oh, that's awesome. I can see like the tiniest tip of the drill. So I think I'm gonna try and use my center punch. Try and loosen it back out. I do have a second drill bit of 2, so that isn't a non-issue, but this is... I think it worked. Yes, it did. Awesome. Great success. Okay. But we were almost through, so let's use the second. I've been dreading this for a long time, and I hope I did it right. There we go. Now let's see if it fits. It's quite possible that I'll have to go larger. Yeah. Yep. So now we can go. Let's see if we can mount the chain now like this, and if it rides on it good. Yeah, the only mistake really that I made was drilling the hole not completely straight. But yeah, I'm learning. I tried to do it as straight as possible. From the moment that I drilled with the smaller hole, I saw that I was like kind of on the side, so I started drilling a bit like that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, let's flip it around, let's clean it up. So you can see that it is it's not straight in any way. Anyway, it is what it is. Can't really do much about it now, can I? So if you're doing this, try to be as straight as possible in either direction. Okay, I'm gonna clean up everything and then see if we can put this all together. I do have new bolts for that. Let's put this one back on. Okay, before final tension, let's see with the new chain if we have as much slack as we had with the previous one. And there we go. And it has a somewhat of a slack right there. So let's see now if we mount a tensioner. It like doesn't completely ride on it. Maybe I'll have to space it out. This is going to touch the plastic. I don't really think there's a way around my issue, because once you put tension on this, you can actually like see it. If you try it on your own, you need to like bend it backwards like that. So I think it's just how this works. So the only thing that I'm thinking of now is bolting it down permanently. So use a bit of Loctite, and then from the back warm this part up and then give it a couple of taps so it's actually a hook. I also put a spacer here. With the spacer, I'm just going to bolt it down. I feel like it is somewhat closer to the middle of the chain, where previously the chain stuck out. So as you can see, this is like way closer to the middle of this sprocket. So I'm going to use the spacer, and then I'm going to push this completely through, try and heat it up and bend it down, I suppose. If I break this, it's fine, I can order a new one, but this is an issue, so let's try and handle it. Let's try and do 15 first, see if we're far off 15. Okay. That's 20. I don't know if that's going to be good or if I just stripped everything. But now I'll hold this there, I guess, with something, heat it up, and then try and bend it. So like it works how it's supposed to, when it's held in at the place where it needs to be. But I don't know if I drilled it too large, but with 2 it didn't enter, so it had to be 2.5. Let's try and heat it up. Oh boy. Time to do some sketchy shit, sketchy shit, sketchy shit. Yeah. Okay, so I heated up with a cigarette lighter and I used a bigger hammer. So now it still has some play to it, but I cannot get this out, so now it goes nice. And if it needs to go over, it can go over, but that's almost to the very max of where the spring allows it to go. So let's see now if we assemble it where we sit. It's probably going to start somewhere close to hitting it, but after a while the chain is going to slack a bit, so it's not going to be an issue then. I just didn't want it to be an issue now at first, and it looks to be somewhat better. So let's mount up the oil pump. Now I'm going to torque these down. These are M8 and go to 22 Newton meters. So let's do that real quick. Now I do have a new nut with a hole in for the safety wire, and this is a left hand threaded shaft, so we're going to have to tighten it by loosening. So this one is set to 25. And now I've never done this. I don't know if it has to be that long. Maybe I can cut it in two if perhaps I screw myself over. Okay, so with the last part I fiddled around it a little bit more, so I still need to bend this inwards more and snip it off, but this is right here so that this nut cannot go, and there is a little bit of play on here, so that's fine, because I don't think you want this to be under tension the whole time. If it's under tension the whole time, then it's probably going to snap anyway. So yeah, it's torqued to 25 Newton meters. Now I'm just going to bend it back inside the hole. Maybe I'll give it a quick snip here at the end already. I need to make sure that it does not go into the engine. That is everything done. We just had to bend this and space it out so that it rides on the guide. So if you guys are going to do this, just make sure you drill like super straight into the block. I'm using hand tools, so it's not always easy. I've seen other people doing it like that as well, and they don't really care where they aim. You always want it to be straight, but yeah, this is how it ended up for me. But yeah, looks good. I'm going to try and rotate the engine, I guess, and see if all is fine. I'm first going to oil up the bore somewhat because it's been sitting still for quite some time now. Maybe first I'll pick up a tube, because that's also something that still needs done. Ah, yes. Dropped it a second time. Found it with the magnet. Can't believe I've done this like 2 times now. Okay, let's go. There we go. Everything has been torqued properly. And as you can see, everything still moves nice and freely. I do have new guides that go on here, so I'm gonna install those as well. Next step will be drilling here for an oil return, and I also still need to order a oil pan baffle still, so that the oil stays central, even though the car is going sideways. So yeah, so after all the work, I'm still happy. This does not move anymore since we bent it down, so it won't be in the way, and if the chain gets some more slack, it won't be in the way anyway. It's not in the way actually at the moment. Yeah, so let's try and put the guides on. I don't know how those came off, it's been a while, but let's put those back on and then we'll clean up and call it a day. Progress. Can I figure this one out? I guess it goes on like that. Maybe it could go on like this. No, it's gonna be like this. Yep, I'm guessing this one goes right about here. Okay, I cleaned up somewhat so I can continue tomorrow. So I just wanted to go over what we did today. I think we had quite some good progress. We had some issues, but I suppose that everything is fine now. We have a new chain, we have a new sprocket, we have the new nut with the safety wire, so if it's tightened in this manner, so loosened for this nut, it's going to be held with the safety wire, so that's fine. With the tension on here, we still have some slack here on the side that's going to be tight because the engine rotates in that way, so it takes the chain up, so that is good. We can give it no tension with the tensioner. We are on the maximum side of the tension, but I suppose that's fine since these measurements were online. Maybe I'm not using the exact same model here of the tensioner. Yeah, it works. It has some noise to it now, but I suppose once everything sees oil, that is going to be better. Yeah, we spaced it out here on the back side so that we have a little lip, because I've seen people just bolting it down, but then of course it's not like the guide isn't completely used by the chain, so I don't want that to happen. And this is a new chain, so there's a lot of tension. My older chain had less tension, and then the issue that we had was that when tension was put on this pickup point, that it came out and then blocked the plastic. But now, I don't know how good it'll show. You can see by me bending it backwards, I kind of made more of like a hook, U form if you will, and it is like in there completely, so now it can move whichever way. I even tried with a flathead screwdriver and moving it, and it didn't budge, so I think this is good for now. Next up will be that and drilling the hole for the oil return, and then we can put the head on.